So here is some of the honey that I collected this spring after the bees died. This is about half of what was in this bowl from this set of squeezed beeswax, or should I say comb. I still have about 2 bowls full of just comb that I haven't squeezed yet out in the hallway, because you know, I was caught off guard, and I haven't really prepared for any of this. I had to like scrounge up some jars, so I got these full so far. I have a couple more on the kitchen table, and then there's these 2, and well, there's just one. I don't know where else I'm gonna get jars. I'm trying to align this thing so that I can show you the pouring, because this is like so exciting. This is the part that I live for. Honey. I'm making a mess because I'm not watching. Anyway, as you can see, I kind of have my work cut out for me. My son and I did a little bit last night. Not a lot, not a little bit, actually, it was quite a bit. Because that box is heavy. It's 2 hive boxes that I processed. I processed the other one. I was actually out in the garden, and I just chopped up that box, and we stuck the comb into a big garbage bag, and then I brought it in the house, and that went really quick and easy because you know, it was less weight, less stuff. All the frames are outside. I don't have to deal with the mess of, you know, getting honey all over the place with them. But this other second box was actually fuller, and what am I trying to say? Yeah, so then I had to do the whole thing, you know, the normal way, you know, bring it in the house. You know, I don't know how many pounds that thing is. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 100, because I could hardly budget. So I had my son, you know, lug it around. I had it out in the hallway for a couple days. And then I said, well, you know, I better do something about this, because between the mice and the ants, I might have trouble. So sometimes we get mice, you know, crawling all the way up to the 3rd floor. I don't think it's happened this year, but who can say? You know, mice do what they do, and everything is in secret. Oh, look at that honey. It looks so delicious, and it is, trust me. So anyway, you know, one thing about, you know, dead bees in the spring is that, you know, you get to collect the honey that they didn't use, unfortunately. So, but, you know, for me, it's a good thing, sort of. Anyway, I'm gonna, you know, I have a lot of my fingers are covered in honey. I'm only holding this with one hand, so I just wanted to show you. And I'm going to show you some of the rest of the process, probably when I finish, you know, jarring these up, and, you know, probably melting, when I melt some of this beeswax, because it's just, like, so much. There's no way that I can just leave it like that. I have to melt it so that I can store it properly. And, meanwhile, beeswax, honey. I should say beeswax, honey. So, anyway, I'll show you in a little while. Alright, so that's it. It's exhausting. I think it's been 3 days processing this. Actually, it's been 4 because today's Thursday and I started Sunday. So, you know, the honey came out in different degrees of darkness or lightness or whatever. You can kind of see here. They came out different colors, different shades, because I guess as I was collecting the honey, there would be different, I wish I had taken a video of that, but you know, you would see the really dark places inside of the comb, and so I would separate that out. But generally speaking, it's about all the same. It's not like I can say, oh yeah, this is black locust honey or bamboo honey or whatever. The stuff that I collected in the fall, that was all very, very dark, so that was most likely all bamboo. Well, it's not bamboo, it's actually Japanese, what's the name? Japanese knotweed. That's what they call bamboo honey. It's kind of silly because bamboo does not make nectar. Not true bamboo. But anyway, so there you have it. It's about 60 pounds altogether. These haven't been collected, fortunately and unfortunately, because my colony of bees didn't make it through the winter. Actually, it seems like they didn't actually quite make it. They barely made it through the fall because there really wasn't any honey that was used up. It was like the whole hive was full. Look at that color. It's almost, I would say that's like goldenrod right there. Yeah, look at that. It's so yellow. Really, really cool. So, anyway, some of these are the ones I'm going to be giving away to my friends and family. So that's it. That's my 2018-2019 bee honey saga. Whatever. I don't even know what to call it. It's just like been too much. So I think I'm done. I'm not quite finished because I still have to process this beeswax. Why is this thing out of focus? Yeah, there's this, and there's this, and there's this big old bag right here. This is the first set. So I'm gonna, you know, the thing about it is that this is actually still draining honey. So, I'm gonna, let me show you this if I can do it with my hands. So, this is what I put in the bag last night. And you can kind of see some of the honey settling on the bottom. So, I'm gonna put the rest of this beeswax into that bag so that it can all just settle in there and just be one set. It's a very large bag, so I'll do that. And then after, you know, I don't even know what to say. After about maybe a week or so, then I'll try and drain out what's left on the bottom of that bag. And hopefully by then I'll be seeing some bees. And what I'd like to do is to put out the beeswax that's still covered in honey. I like to put it out so that the wild bees can collect the last little drops out of that, because it's really very wasteful. I wouldn't want to just boil out all of that all that good honey when the bees could use it. But the thing about it is that I haven't really seen any bees. That day when I was outside with my son on Sunday, opening up the box, and cracking open comb, and there's honey dripping all over the place. There was not one bee. There was one half-dead bee that was kind of clinging to the comb for whatever reason. It just kind of, and then fell off and was upside down with its little legs, and I think it probably died. Anyway, not even bumblebees, so it's really sad. I don't even know what to say about that. The situation is really dire, and, Jesus got to come back soon, because we're in trouble down here. Anyway, whatever the case may be, I think that's it for now. I guess I'll probably show you when I start working on the beeswax, so that you can see how I make it.